Welcome back to Sports Federation TV, the show where we chat about a range of different codes of sport brought to you by the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation. One of the codes of sport, which is a member of the Confederation, is chess. During the month of August, we interviewed two young ladies who told us about their exploits and how their achievements have taken them places in table tennis. We chat to Anzell Solomon, who are Laubscher, and Dantelle Joubert. Let's check this out. Anzell, are you well?
Yes, I'm well, thanks. Thanks for having us, Alton.
Good. Dantelle, alles werk nog by julle?
Everything's good, thank you.
Everything's good. Anzell, chess is people perceive it as a clever person's sport. Is it only for clever people?
Of course, what do you think? I'm kidding. No, Alton, no. It's got a lot to do about strategy and calculation and many other aspects as well. You know, being a sportman or sportwoman for that matter, being competitive, it's not only for, it's got a little bit to do with intelligence, but not primarily, no.
Dantelle, how did you get involved in this wonderful game?
Well, I was very much involved in every sport you can imagine, and I just thought, you know, I need to add something different, something that's not netball or whatever, and then my cousin taught me to play chess, and I was like, well, this is interesting, and stumbled upon the chess class and went in and found a love for chess that I never knew I had.
Explain this whole thing that people don't have a clue like me. The masters and all of those things.
Oh.
I can't even pronounce it. It's so complicated. Explain it to us. The different levels that one has to attain.
Okay, the highest
The
level.
grandmaster and all of those things.
You do know about
I
this.
know that name.
The highest level, that's the most important one, yeah.
Okay.
So the highest level in chess is a grandmaster title, and then the one just below that is international master title, then FIDE master title, and then candidate master titles. Then you have some national masters as well, but for international purposes, those are the 4 main titles.
So how do I become a grandmaster?
Well, for us South Africans, it's quite challenging because we have to play, or anyone has to play certain international tournaments. You need to obtain a certain rating, you need to get norms. And for us,
Whoa, what's a rating and what's a norm? You're speaking gibberish to us here. Let's take a step back. What's a norm? Let's start there.
So a norm is like a type of award that you get.
Okay.
All right. So if you have 3 norms, then you get your grandmaster title or your international master title. So you have 3 IM, it's international master norms, then you get your title once you obtain a certain rating. Now a rating is a number, it's not a ranking, it's a rating that you get according to your playing strength.
Okay.
And it goes up if you beat, it increases if you beat stronger players, and it decreases if you lose against weaker players, or even if you lose against stronger players, but it decreases proportionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I lose, I get less points. So it's like on a win, when you get 3, lose, you get 2 kind of thing.
Yes.
But that kind of mentality.
Yes.
Okay. So Dantelle, Western Province Chess as a league that happens every Saturday.
Yeah.
That much I know. How big is this league? How many people come to a league match? If we have some idea of how many people you play against, so how does it work?
The league is a very big event. If I'm not mistaken, there's about 500 players that play.
Sure.
So trying to get them in one hole is always, you know, a bit of an issue. But it's a great event, and you know, you have all the different strengths from beginner to very much experienced, and you know, some of the top players in the Western Cape, and basically just to see which little club, you know, is the best.
So how does this league work? I know there's an individual match and there's a club match. Is that kind of how it works?
It's mainly, well, every game is individually.
Yeah.
Obviously, I play against you, but you play for your club. So you
Okay.
play a specific board in a specific team, and then you play against another team. So this is quite big. It's the Western Province League is the biggest in the country, and if I'm not mistaken, probably the biggest in the Southern Hemisphere.
I've read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite big, and it's blood on the dance floor, Alton. It's big. These guys take it serious. Or all of us take it serious. You know, this is, you defend the title. If you get that title, you defend it, yeah.
You spoke about the board. I understand the board is a thing with pieces on it.
Yeah.
But you talk about you play a board. So in other words, you play in your team of 4 and you position number 3. Is that what you mean by a board?
Yes, you have.
Yes, I know something.
Well done, Alton. Do you want to play for the club?
Halfway there.
We're halfway there, yes.
Am I understanding it correctly?
Yes, yes. So let's say we have 6 players in a team. Then you have your number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, which is your board 1, board 2,
Okay.
board 3. So if I play board 1, I play against board 1 of another club when we play the club.
But are you always board number 1?
No, no.
It's a strategy. Is that part of what you spoke about earlier, about a strategy thing?
No, not really. Sometimes, but when we play internationally, yes.
Okay.
But for the league, it's mostly who's available, you know.
Okay.
So when people, you register your club with your board order in advance, and as your players are available, you fill up the boards.
Okay.
But if player 2 is available, player 2 will play on board 2. If player 1 plays, you know. If player 1 doesn't play, player 2 will play on
sure.
board 1. So you just move up or down according to who's available.
Anzell, you are now the Western Cape champion, I believe.
Ladies champion.
Ladies
yes.
champion.
It is the Women's Month, yes.
Yes. So, how big is women's participation in this lovely game that you two play?
Well, in South Africa, it's quite big, I have to be honest, especially on junior level. When we get to senior level, it becomes tricky, because if you look at our national team, for instance, most of us have postgraduate qualifications and titles other than international master or something, you know. So
Academic titles.
academic titles, you
Yeah.
know. So we tend to further our studies, and then, you know, some get lost in academia or in normal career life. But in Western Cape, for instance, there's a or in all the provinces, in fact, there's a big amount of girls and ladies playing, and especially at the junior national championships, we have special sections now with girls teams.
Nice.
In particular. So the girls have a choice: either they can play in the open section with the boys, or they can be in the girls team, and that upped the numbers tremendously. Yeah.
Great. Dantelle, in closing, what would you tell my daughter? Why should she play chess?
Chess has always been seen as a man's game, and I've always found so much joy and pride in just showing everyone, you know, it's not a man's world. You know, I can also take this place over,
Yeah.
and basically just, you know, play chess, because why not? Do everything you can in whatever sporting code or whatever field you want to do it in, and just do your best. And just because you're a woman, you shouldn't be seen as lesser than or weaker than any other man.
And this is not about brute strength. This is about mental stability and tenacity.
Yep.
Right? Anzell, in closing, what would you recommend to women to play sport, and chess in particular?
Don't ever let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big. Don't let age, gender, nothing should stop you from reaching your dreams. Just go full out.
And you can reach the stars.
Yes.
Grandmaster, here we come.
Let's hope so, yes.
Dantelle, good luck for Australia coming up.
Thank you.
Going to play in Australia, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Anzell, good luck for essays and the international trip that you going to play and have fun.
Thank you so much, Alton.
Come back, both of you, with bigger trophies and better medals.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alton.
As you can see, the player and coach have a good relationship and have come through many trying times and spent lots of hours prepping for their competitions. Let's take an ad break.